Come join coin and stamp experts from around the world at the 9th Annual Coin and Stamp Expo at the Long Beach Convention Center this Thursday through Sunday, June 4th to the 7th. Over 400 booths of merchandise and displays, 2,000 dealers from all over the world. This is the event of the year for Southern California coin and stamp investors and collectors. Talk with coin experts about investment in gold coins, silver dollars, ancient coins, banknotes, and more. Buy, sell, and trade coins, stamps, tokens, medals, baseball cards, collectibles, and jewelry at wholesale prices. Meet the major third-party coin grading services that have helped to revolutionize the coin business. Attend a rare coin auction. Meet officials from foreign governments, including the China Mint, who will strike a special medal for the expo. This is the opportunity to learn about collectibles investment. Bring the whole family to the 9th Annual Long Beach Summer Coin and Stamp Expo this Thursday through Sunday at the Long Beach Convention Center. The doors open daily at 10 a.m. Admission is only $1.50.
As investment in tangible assets continue to grow, one of the places that people go to learn about these things are coin and stamp expositions. Hi, I'm David Lisot, and I've traveled to the Long Beach Numismatic and Philatelic Exposition, where we're here to look and see what sort of phenomenon is taking place with collectibles, particularly coins. The primary exhibit here is a display by the China Mint that's come all the way from Beijing to set up and show their wares. With greatest popularity with collectors is a special piece that's being struck to commemorate the Long Beach Expo. I spoke with Sam Lopresto and asked him why the success of the Long Beach Coin and Stamp Expo.
The success of what's going on right now is due to my very good friend who I'm talking to now, who convinced us to prepare, for the first time in our history, a television tape, which we ran on the local networks here. It was viewed by literally thousands and thousands of people. We received immediately after the first run at least 500 to 600 phone calls the first 48 hours. Teresa could not handle it. Our office was in chaos. However, we didn't think that there would be that great an interest as you see with you, behind us right now. Obviously, there are every walks of life here, people who are very, very much interested in first issues. Of course, the attraction was the first time they ever made a medal on our city here. The city of Long Beach participated very heavily. We're very grateful to a lot of people who we can't name because it would take forever. But the power of advertising is the proof right here, what you're seeing, David.
You have a lot of excited collectors here, too, that are interested in getting a piece of history, whether it be for the China coin, the Panda itself, or the Long Beach emblem. What are you going to do if you run out and there's all these people here still wanting medallions?
Well, we got a plane chartered outside here with the motor running in case something goes wrong. But seriously, there are going to be some very disappointed people. And as a result, we were never able fully to explain to the general public that when you're dealing with a foreign government, especially one that is, their ideology is a little different than ours, it's not quite that simple where you just sign some papers and they'll make as many as you want. The total mintage of this was 2,000, of which they only could bring 1,000 pieces with them. As a result, in order to satisfy everybody, we cut that in half, gave 500 to our dealers who have come year after year and supported us, and 500 to the general public, of which you can see. But we made it very emphatic that it is a first come, first serve. No guarantees if you stand in that line you would get a medal. This is what creates rarities.
And how about the next conventions? What are your plans for future Long Beach shows to keep them up on the par with this one?
Oh, the future Long Beach, we are working on a system now, we don't know how that's going to work, to have a country that we haven't named yet make a stamp issue, which has never been done before, make a complete legal stamp that would actually be used on their envelopes, make a legal stamp to be sold and honored at this Long Beach show. We're hoping to shoot for February on that if possible.
And how many people do you think will show up for this one?
Well, we've already had over 5,000 people today come through, and that's just the first day. And I'm a little numb because after 25 years, I've never had this. We feel that by the time the show is over with, we have logged through 15 to 20,000 people. But you have to understand that a lot of that was due to the attraction of the China Mint. However, a lot of these people are now out on the floor actually buying and looking and getting involved. So I think we're in for some pretty good years ahead.
So by bringing them in, you'll help generate a new generation of coin collectors?
Oh, there's no question. However, if you look at the line, we're talking about people probably under 40 years of age, which is the money earner today, the person that's thinking of the future. He knows that the economy, the situation now, inflation is starting to creep up a little bit. We will go back to the old cycle. There's no question about that. And they're more aware and want to be prepared for the future now.
Sam, thank you, and good luck with your convention.
Thank you, David. We want to thank you very much for the help you've given us.
Speaking with Gus Argyrus, who's the vice president of the Long Beach Numismatic and Philatelic Exposition. Gus, you've got an affair here that looks like probably the best convention ever. Is that true?
Well, very much so. We've anticipated the Chinese. They've met all of our expectations, and the attendance has been much more than we expected.
And what will happen with all of these people here if you run out of medallions?
Well, I guess we'll have to give them a rain check for the next show. We're anticipating bringing them back for our fall show, and they should do very well, I think, with the coins they're purchasing.
So this is the type of thing that it's going to be an ongoing program. Each time they come, they'll strike a special commemorative?
Hopefully, for the next show, we expect the Red Chinese may strike a stamp commemorating the Long Beach show, in addition to a numismatic piece.
And what do you attribute the popularity of the China Mint product with all these people?
Probably the panda bear. Everybody has a love for it. They're an affectionate little animal, and the Chinese are playing it to the max.
All right, and with Long Beach as one of the top conventions in the country, how do you plan to top this one, as it seems to be one of the best ever?
I guess probably with money. Just spend more money for advertising. We stay on the airwaves. We're on KFWB. We've advertised on your program on TV and in the local newspapers.
All right, well, best of luck with your future convention.
Thank you very much, David. It's been a pleasure being here. Thank you.
The Long Beach Numismatic and Philatelic Expo. The line stretches virtually through the entire length of the convention center. Why is everyone here? Well, they're here for the China Mint display, where a special commemorative medallion has been struck. Sir, why are you here?
To buy a Panda coin for my collection.
What's your name?
Paul Thomas.
And why are you after the Panda coin for your collection?
Well, I saw it listed in the paper, and I want to be one of the 1,000 to get to one of the coins, and I'm going to hold on to it.
Right, they're selling them for $125. As you walk out of the line, they're offering $200 for them. Dealers are. Are you going to sell yours?
Negative.
Why not?
I want to keep it for my collection.
What do you think the value will be in a few years?
If I don't get $1,000 within the next year, I'm not going to sell it.
Why the popularity of the Panda China issues?
Well, I really don't know. Other than myself, I spent a couple years in China and 40 years in the Orient. And I like the Orient coins and paper, so I'm going to hold on to them.
Hi, you all are in line for the China Mint display to buy the Panda coin. Why are you here?
Well, I've always been a resident of Long Beach, and I like the fact that there's a skyline of it on the back.
How about you?
I'm buying it for my husband for Christmas.
So do you think it's a good investment?
Yes,
Yeah,
Are you coin collectors overall?
not normally.
my husband is.
As a primary importer of the Chinese gold coin and Panda product into this country, are you surprised with the popularity the coins have shown by the show of people here in Long Beach?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Is this typical of the response around the world for Panda product?
Yeah, the demand is way out, much greater than the supply at this point.
Do you think there's any chance of them making too many medallions and flooding the market with them?
No, the mintages are so minuscule that they have a long way to go before they meet the demand.
The China Mint seems to have taken an aggressive marketing posture. They're going to be traveling to several coin conventions around the country. How much do you think this will help Panda collectibles in terms of their appreciation value for the people that already own them?
Actually, these really won't affect the other pieces, I don't think. There's not enough of them to really make a dent. The mintages are so small compared to the other coins, which keep going up anyway, that it really doesn't affect it in that way. They're products on their own merit.
And why do you feel there's such a popularity just to the Panda product?
Everybody loves a panda.
Right, I'm speaking with B.H. Lim, who is the managing director of Taisei Stamp and Coin. B.H., you're the distributor for Panda product in Singapore, is that correct?
Yes, we are the sole distributor of Panda product and China coin in Singapore and Southeast Asia.
All right, well, you've come here to America, to Long Beach, and there are 1,000 people at least in this line to buy Panda product. Why is it so popular, do you feel?
Panda is, I think, it's a trend. This coin is just so, so magnificent, and then because of there is a different design, and the premium is keep catching up, and the coin is just like an art. It's so much different with the other bullion coin. So I think the Chinese community is coming to buy this sort of thing, and then it just creates a great demand. It's just like, crazy. Yeah.
BH, your company is also a primary distributor for the Singapore Mint. How is the popularity of that product with most of the world's coin collectors?
Singapore Mint coin is most popular in Singapore because the Singaporean, they like their own country coin. That is a fact. So Singapore coin is very, very popular in Singapore and Southeast Asia. And I heard in California, the people also like the Singapore coins, like single tiger, single rabbit,
They've proven to be one of the more popular issues here.
Yes, very glad to hear that. And we are, the relationship become more and more closer.
And how do you expect next year's Dragon coin to do?
Next year is a big year for Coin World because it's a very good year. Every time they come to Dragon, it's always a good year. And I think next year for Coin World is more and more prospective. It's more. I think it will be more crazy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Markel, how did you get the China Mint to come here for a display to Long Beach?
We had a lot of citizens here in Long Beach working many, many days and months negotiating with the Chinese people and the Chinese government. And it's also my understanding that this is the first time they have minted a coin with a replica of a city on a coin itself in China history.
It must be exciting for Long Beach to have this convention here 3 times a year. Do you plan to continue it for the future?
Yes, sir. This is the largest turnout I think we've ever had, and I think it's due mainly for the people of China that are here as our guests.
Mr. Wogeman, you're president of the Long Beach Coin Club.
Right.
How do you feel about having the China Mint here for a display?
We're just overwhelmed. We just think it's the most wonderful thing. We want to improve relations with the Chinese people.
How is the popularity with China Mint products with the collectors in your club?
Oh, it's very, very popular. It's on the rise, and there are a good many people that's interested in anything that comes out of the People's Republic of China.
And how's the membership of your club now compared to the last few years?
We've doubled our membership in the last 14 months.
So coin collecting is on the rise in popularity?
Yeah, well, sure it is. It is in this area, I'm quite certain, and I'm sure it is over all the country.
And are coins more for collectors or for investors?
Well, it's a combination, but we like to think that every one of the investors has his own personal collection that he doesn't offer to the public for sale. That's quite a thing with most dealers. They have their own collection too, as well.
And how about future plans of the Long Beach Coin Club?
Well, we'd like to have more people, and we're a friendly group, and we are trying to increase our membership, and we're trying to get more knowledge out to our members. We have a speaker of the evening, and we're having just a wonderful time with it.
We're at the Long Beach Numismatic and Philatelic Exposition, and I'm speaking with the representatives of the China Mint that are in this country. Louise Anderson is going to introduce Mr. Shin to us.
This is Mr. Shin, who is represent the China Mint. He's a general manager in charge of this show in Long Beach.
Thank you, Mr. Shin, for being here. Are you surprised with the popularity of the China Mint product here?
他说：“你是不是感觉很惊讶？有很多人来参加这个展览会。”
是的，我是以前没有估计到有这么多人来参加这个展览会的。
Mr. Shen says he's very surprised. There is lots of people joining this show. He's very glad to saw this event, and he's very surprised that the Chinese has been so popular in the United States.
And very good. Does the Panda and the China product experience the same popularity in other countries around the world?
他说，中国的熊猫纪念币是不是在其他世界各地也是很受欢迎？
是的，主要是在美国，其次有日本、有新加坡、有英国，其他各个国家都是很受欢迎的。
China Panda has been very popular since the first issue. There are lots of people in the world like to collect the China Pandas, especially in the United States, in European countries such as England, Japan, and Singapore.
Okay, and Mr. Shin, what future products do you plan for China Mint products? What things are going to come up in the future for collectors?
他说，中国的纪念币很受欢迎，对于将来的估计，你们将出现什么新的产品？可以使很多收藏家继续收藏中国的钱币。
对，我们今年准备要出1987年的新的熊猫饮水图的金币。
This year they are going to issue a special 是银币
饮水图的金币。
Okay, this year they are going to issue a special a gold coin for 1987.
还有这个熊猫金币5周年。
Another special event will be a 5 years anniversary for China Panda.
另外还要发行1万套精致的1987年版的熊猫金币，精装的，就是
1万套
，1万套，
这是1 million 是不是？
啊，对，1万套，
也是精致的，
精装的啊，精致的。
We are going to issue in 1987. There are a special issue for the golden pandas with special design and special package. We're going to issue about 1 million sets.
但是在美国要分到了很少一部分。
The total is 1 million for the whole world, and right now I don't know how much will distributed in the United States and some other country.
是这样子，其他的我们还有就正常的发行的一些历史人物啊，这些纪念币。
Okay, this is just a special event for 1987, and of course we have lots of issues on the regular basis, such as historical peoples, historical events for the people who are interested to collect. They all has collectible values.
Will you be traveling to other coin shows around America and striking other commemorative medallions for other coin shows?
他说：“你将来是不是还会继续在美国走访各种不同的城市跟州使大家收藏家都能够知道我们中国？”
对，我们那个中国造币公司还要准备到三藩市、到纽约。来去参加一些个钱币会和展销会的。
Okay, the China Mint plan to continue to visit different major cities in the United States. We're going to have a show in August in San Francisco, and we also plan to go to New York, Chicago, and we want all the collectors and know China, People's Republic of China.
And finally, if you're invited back to Long Beach to strike another medallion, will you come?
他说：“将来在不久的将来，我们常常希望你再来，你是不是还会来参加我们这里的展览会？”
我是在明年的展览会，我们一定要争取到长滩这儿来的。
Okay, we're very pleased with this show, and we will be sure show up in next show in Long Beach. We will not forget Long Beach.
我在感谢Long Beach市的，就是长滩市的市长这么热情的招待我们，我代表中国造币公司表示感谢。
He's very excited to see the situation. He's really appreciate the Long Beach, the hospitality, and the city of the mayors. And he represent the China Mint to say thank you to everybody for all the support and hospitable.
Thank you, Mr. Shin. speaking with one of the people standing in line to purchase this incredible phenomena of the China Panda coin that's being offered at the Long Beach Convention Center. What's your name, please?
Shin.
And you are Chinese?
Yes.
Why are you buying the China Panda medallion?
The subject is very attractive, and that's the major reason why I'm buying.
How do you feel about the Chinese over here in the capitalistic society making such a profit?
Well, it's terrific. Yeah, people ought to make money.
And how about for the future of the coin, the value of it? How do you feel it will fare in the next few years?
For past few years, they do appreciate a lot. So I speculate that they're going to be appreciating even more in the future.
Yes, folks, collectors and investors are here from all over the country. Dealers from as far away as New Zealand, England, Spain, and even our own dear U.S. Primary interest was the China Mint display and the thousands and thousands of collectors and investors that have showed up. So we're here following the scene on the Tangible Asset Report. Reporting for the Financial News Network, I'm David Lisot.